Hello and welcome. My name is Russ Simon. I am the host of Stronger Over 40 on Skool, and I'm here to invite you to join us because now, between now and December 1st, 2025, you can be part of the founding 49 who get to come in for free, start this community, and help us determine the trajectory, the culture, and how we help people, men 40 and older who are looking to have more energy. They want to reclaim their strength, their stamina. They want to feel alive again. They want that clarity. And we've got 17 men in so far. I want to say welcome to our new members. And today I'm actually recording 3 videos because it's Friday going into the weekend and want to free up that time. So I did, let's see, videos 5, 6. This will be 7 dropping on Sunday, right? Yeah, day 7. And today we did have one join in between videos 5 and 6, which was cool. And I haven't checked to see if we've got any more. That would be fun. But we are rolling and we've got, I guess, a good cohort started right now. We want you to join us. We want you to bring your friend because, well, friends, because friends make it more fun. And this is a place where we're going to have fun. We will get results. We will work. We will learn. Um, and it's always better with friends. You just know the accountability is going to be there. You can help each other out, the support, the encouragement, it all helps. And I'm here to get you started. So, 49 days, we're on to day 7. I'm going to come over here, do a quick review because if you missed it, you want to hit day 6. I'm going to get rid of some of our glare there. All right. Day 6 with movement. And what we talked about with movement was steps specifically. So I'm going to bring that in. And what we talked about here with steps was that a good target to go for is 10,000. I won't go much in this because I want you to watch the video. I'll try to pop it on here. But we talked about 10,000 steps, 8,000 steps, some of the benefits, and then really like when you go out, how to go out and make sure that you get the most out of that. And that actually comes in uh, pivots us well to today. Well, let me come back here for just a second. Today, we're doing day 7 of 49, which is MED, meaning the minimal effective dose. So when you go out to walk, one of the things I talked about was don't just go through the motions, make it meaningful to be able to do it. And by making it meaningful, what we can do is we can use what's called the minimal effective dose to help us out. And this actually helps us in all 5 aspects of the framework that I use to help men to reclaim their health, which is beginning with recovery, onto hydration, mindfulness, movement, and nutrition. So we're going to bring that in today. But when you think about minimal effective dose, 2 examples may come to mind that you'd be familiar with here. So one, I'm going to grab my red marker here when we've got water boiling on or heating up on a stove, I should say, and it's at 211 degrees Fahrenheit, it'll be hot, but it's not going to be boiling. The interesting thing is at 212, as it starts to boil, that will just keep it going with just 1 degree difference. Now, you could continue to turn up the heat on that, but it's boiling. It's doing its thing. You're not really going to boil it more. You're just going to like evaporate it quicker, I guess, if there's a difference between that. But yeah, we with 1 degree difference, we get a complete difference in what's happening here. And that's what minimal effective dose is really all about. It's not about doing the minimum. It's about reaching the effort needed to hit that next result. And so I want you to think about that with wherever you're at, because everyone in this group is going to be at a different spot. And what a minimal effective dose looks like for one person is going to be very different for another person. And so what we want to look at is how many degrees are you from boiling? That's the thing that I want you to think about. Maybe you're at 200. And so we're going to need to get you a few degrees up, but that's going to be the minimal effective dose. And once we get you there, now we know what to do. Now this is looking more like maintenance and helping you move forward. Another way to think about this is with medicine. I've got my Tylenol right here. I put the minimal effective dose of take 1 pill every 4 hours, right? If you take less than that, it's really not effective. It's too minimal. If you take more than that, you're just going to be suffering side effects and it doesn't do anything helpful for you. So if you just were to Google a graph for like Google Images for a minimal effective dose, you'd see lots of different charts that just show what happens here, just like these, where it's okay, once we hit this part, then that's giving us the maximum results. And really, we're looking at diminishing returns often after that. So when it comes to some of well, the five specifics that we're looking at here, what I've been sharing throughout these first 6 days that I want to review are again some of those minimal effective doses that people can be using to help them out. I'll use sleep as an example. Once we're getting fewer than 7 hours of sleep, it's really detrimental to us. In fact, in a book that I mentioned in the previous video, Comfort Crisis, it talks about that by getting 5 or fewer hours of sleep each night, maybe it was 5.5, you'll end up consuming over 500 more calories per day. Not necessarily because the correlation between less sleep equals more eating because you're up more, but because you've got less energy, you're going to be craving more calories, and so you're going to be consuming more calories. So the minimal effective dose is going to be that 7 to 8 hours of sleep, which is that sweet spot. Because even once you get to 9 hours of sleep, now you are going into the law of diminishing returns as well. So you might think, I can do that. It's not giving you any better results. So you're getting your best muscle building, your best fat burning, and your best rest between that 7 to 8 hours. That's one example of the minimal effective dose, and that's the first one that I want to invite everybody to just like really focus in there. The next one I feel passionately about is hydration, and the minimal effective dose there is 100 ounces. 104 typically for a man is what we're looking at, 13 cups right there. But if you shoot for 100, that's pretty round number. And most shaker bottles come in 24-ounce sizes. So if you said, okay, at least four shaker bottles, and I like to say get two of those in before noon, even before 10 a.m., is what I really prefer. But the minimal effective dose to get that four shaker bottles in plus a little bit that you'd be getting from other sources would be able to do it. With movement, again, as I was mentioning a moment ago with steps, 10,000 is a good one to shoot for. If you were to get 8,000, that works as well. If you're working out, that supplements it, and so they complement each other there. And so you don't need a full workout and 10,000 or 8,000 steps. It's really one or the other that we're looking at right there. And really what we're trying to do is just break a sedentary lifestyle. And that's why I like to call it movement rather than exercise or fitness or something like that. It's like, let's just get moving and find every opportunity that we can to be able to do that. In fact, people in the group saw today that when I jumped on my treadmill, made a little makeshift desk because I wanted to work on some school stuff. I was learning about how to be a better host in school, and I noticed one of the features that I've got on there. And so while I'm walking on the treadmill, trying to get in some of my steps while working, I just clicked on the go live button and dropped a little live video today. It was my first one. And that's one way that I did this same kind of thing. All right. Next, mindfulness. What I shared this week was about identity and just that we will not develop habits and make consistent choices that do not align with who we really believe that we are. And so, if you are ready to make a change in your life, that minimal effective dose that you need to make in your mindfulness is to choose the identity of the person that you want to claim and be, and just start being that future self right now. You may not have the results, but you can make those decisions and you can be that person and you can do those things, and then you'll get those results. Don't think if I do this, then I'll have this and then I'll be that. That's out of order. And don't go with the if I had these things, then I would be this person, then I could do those things. That doesn't work either. It's really, you got to claim your identity. So, are you going to be a person who is healthy, a person who has energy, a person who feels well? That is the identity that you need to claim because that will inform you and it will be easy to make your choices when you do that. You'll be able to, yeah, get the right foods in. You'll make the choices because you want to, because that's who you are at your core. All right. Nutrition. 40 grams of protein is what I like to call the minimal effective dose when you start your day. As a man in your 40s or older, protein synthesis is not what it used to be. And so, one nice scoop of protein at 25 to 30 grams was sufficient and was good. But if that's the only protein that you're getting when you start your day, you'll need to up that a little bit more to hit that 40 and make that your new floor. Make 40 your floor. I know people talk a lot about, man, I don't want to be peeing out my protein, stuff like that. I get it. You're going to be peeing out something. You're going to be taking in some kind of calorie. So if you're going to be taking in calories, you've still got to choose, is it going to be a protein, a carb, or a fat? So you're going to be excreting stuff, or you're going to be storing it. So you decide what you want to do. My recommendation is at our age and stage of life where protein synthesis is at, that if you want to maintain and or build muscle on your physique and you want to lose fat and feel more satiated throughout the day, then whenever you have that first meal, you're going to want to introduce at least 40 grams of protein, quality protein, to make sure that you start your day right. Do uh, some nutrient programming, I think is what Jake Wilson calls it out of Florida. But yeah, program yourself to do that. And what I want to show you is I'm standing before you right now. I'm going to be turning 49 in 2 days, Sunday, October 19th. And the today I weighed in at 165. I bench pressed 250 pounds 6 times. I my you can tell my physique as we're looking here that I'm healthy and well. And that's again not because I'm spending all day in the gym. In fact, my weights, my um, treadmill are just on the other side of the hall in our basement here. So I've set myself up for success like that, but I don't spend my day like that. It is 10:24 on Friday night right now. I've been working to build two businesses today, my leadership solutions and this business on Skool. And I've taken time to be with my family, have meals with my family, and relax a little bit. But my day was not spent at a gym, and so I want to let you know that if you are a person who's going through and trying to figure out like how do I make the most of my day, stick with us, join us, because that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use great principles like the Pareto principle, that 20/80 principle, to help you find exactly what you need to succeed and be able to do it with the minimal effective dose. We're not saying more is better. What we're going to say is we're going all out to get the best, the most effective results that we can get. So as you move on, as you move forward, oh, we just lost the screen. As you move forward, I want you to think about that for you when it comes to these five. What would be the best one, the one that you could really focus on that would really move you the most when it comes to the minimal effective dose? And my two recommendations are start with sleep and hydration. If you're gonna start with one of those two, I still say sleep is the number one because that's gonna affect most things. Then as soon as you get going. Check out my other videos because it's going to hit on all of that. More than anything, come join us on Skool. I will be dropping the link for you so that you can find that. It will be direct access. Again, become part of the Founding 49. Get in here, become a part of what we're creating, and help us just establish that culture and bring a friend so we can all have a good time together. All right, until next time, go work on that minimal effective dose.